Hello everyone and welcome back guys to the finale of the LCR Formula E League. We're back for round 7 here at Prague, and yeah, this one, it's always been the, well, I think it's, always been the finale in LCR, or at least normally has been. Last season, we weren't able to take the race victory. It was quite a crazy race in the end, so hopefully this time around we can rewrite the wrongs of last season. But it's going to be lights out and away we go then for the start of this race. Jordan not responding too well to the countdown there, so we're going to move straight up into the lead of the race. They're ahead of Apex as we head down towards turn 1. Then Jordan's dropped all the way down to 4th place there, so really not the ideal start from him. But yeah, Prague, it's a horrible track. It's normally a horrible track on this game, and with these cars, with how much power they've got and how little tyre grip they've got, it's probably going to be a race of survival. So that's all we really wanted to try and achieve in tonight's race. Now obviously Ethan and I, if you missed out on the last video, have now wrapped up both the Drivers' Championship and the Teams' Championship. So this one, you know, it didn't matter if it all went pear-shaped at the end of the day, but you know, you always want to finish the season on a high anyway. You want to prove that you haven't lost it, especially obviously after we didn't win last weekend out at Abu Dhabi. You know, I definitely wanted to come in and still try to win this one if it was going to be possible there. But anyway, end of lap 1 though, we have survived. That is the most important thing. And yeah, 28 laps basically of trying to survive is the aim here tonight, because that will completely define your position. Obviously, it's so easy to basically write off the car around this circuit. So we'll wait and see as to what does happen with it at the end of the day. But anyway, skipping on though to lap 9, the order had basically settled itself down. Jork was back up into P2. We actually had Jack up into P3 there as well, ahead of Ethan as we head through the first couple of corners. They're actually making a big mistake there, and honestly, I reckon it did me a favour, because Rosenquist had binned it in the tunnel, and had we taken the normal line through there, it probably would have gone a whole lot worse for me than it actually ended up doing there. Unfortunately though, Jordan would not quite get so lucky as Rosenquist tried to rejoin the circuit. Unfortunately, there'd be a lot of contact between the pair of them there, which would unfortunately very much send Jordan back down the order just a little bit here. But as we head now on to the end of lap 27, we really just tried to keep it clean and tidy and focused on not hitting the walls as best as possible here. We hadn't made our pit stop just yet. We were basically just holding out, trying to make our pit stop on the very last time possible, just so obviously if we did pick up damage, then we wouldn't have to pit again in this race. And I think that was basically everyone's attack strategy, is pit when you needed to rather than when you really wanted to around this circuit. So yeah, we pit as late as possible in this race. We had about an 8,000 foot margin before we came into the pits, but obviously we're going to lose a lot of that through obviously everyone else behind us had made their quick stop by this stage of the race there. My teammate Ethan was up into P2, but it was looking like a very tasty battle behind us in this race. As we head back now out of the pit lane, you get spat out right into a wall around this circuit. I'm not really too sure why, but we do come back out still holding on to the race lead at the moment there, as P2 through to P4 very closely matched at the moment here. But anyway, we've got 2 laps to go of this championship, and what a championship it has been at the end of the day. Up to this race, obviously, we've done 6. We've taken 4 pole positions, we've taken 4 race victories, and we, we come second in the others. If I'm not mistaken, since 2018, when the LCR Formula E series began, we are still yet to finish off the podium. We've maintained a podium streak that has spanned 3 years, unless obviously something goes catastrophically wrong in the final couple of laps of this race here. But yeah, it's been a very good fun championship once again. It was, it was a bit disappointing not to have CK, but Ethan and Jordan have both pushed me a lot over the course of the championship nonetheless. I still feel like, we did get pretty much everything out of the car that we possibly could, and obviously that is my aim at the end of the day, is to try and maximise what we can do in this car. It's been good fun getting back into Forza once again as well, and obviously hopefully when this series does hopefully return next year for 2021, we can try and make it 4 in a row as well. But obviously we're a long way off that at the moment here, as we head now on to what would be the final lap of the championship here. It wasn't the best lap in the world, but it was still okay at the end of the day. And yeah, I just want to thank you all obviously for the continued support in terms of league racing on this channel as well. 16 league championships now. I never thought I'd see the day when I first started, racing back in 2016 now. But, we're continuing on. We're getting stronger as well. We're trying to get quicker as best as possible. But down in towards the final corner of the LCR Formula E 2020 Championship. Whatever they do next, I'm sure I will be racing. But out of the final turn, it is going to be win number 5 of the series, and it is going to be championship over and done there. Really, really happy with the way the series went. You know, definitely felt like I could have probably been within a shout. I definitely, you know, was within a shout of winning all the races in the championship, which is what we need at the end of the day. You know, I got a bit unlucky back at Brands Hatch, but then, you know, to counterbalance that, I got a bit lucky at Sao Paulo as well. Or not Sao Paulo, sorry, Rio, even I should say, back in Brazil. You know, that's how racing works sometimes. You win some, you lose some at the end of the day. It's been a really good fun series nonetheless, though. And like I said, no matter what LCR does next, I'm sure I'll be trying to jump in and obviously take home championship number 17 as well. But yeah, a big thank you to all the continued support on the channel. A big thank you as well to Ethan, obviously my teammate this series, who helped us wrap up yet another team's championship in LCR, obviously after CK bailed on me at the last moment there. Big congrats to Jordan, his first proper Forza championship as well. He did a fantastic job there, as well as Apex once again for coordinating a brilliant series. LCR Ben as well, he was there a lot, and it's always nice to have a chat with him. 5 quick stops he had to make in that race. But yeah, that'll do us though, guys, for LCR Formula E Season 3. A big thank you. Hopefully next time out for Season 4 we can come back and continue on with our strong form, but we will have to wait and see. But for now, guys, I will see you in the next one.